Good morning, Sasha. It's Friday, 3 October, and Fridays used to be Strings Fridays. We're going to go back to it. So today you're going to be a little bit of my guinea pig because I'm going to try a few little things that I've sort of learned how to do on StreamYard, this program that I'm using. So first, let me quickly pull up your 34. So from what I remember, but the last thing that we did was number 27, harmony. So therefore, we should be on number 28, which is consistency. So consistency is one where, you know, it's actually going to be a little bit in conflict with one that you have as a strength. And so let's go through what is consistency. So consistency is really people that are keenly aware of the need to treat people fairly. Now, what this doesn't mean is that if you're not high in consistency, then it means that you like to treat people unfairly. What it really kind of is rooted in more than anything else is this idea of treating people differently. And so if you go back to look at your in number, I think it's number 9, your individualization, right? That's someone who loves to kind of make things individual, get a gift just for that right person. Or when someone's onboarded, like you want to really kind of, help them out as much as you can and do it in a sort of a personal way that's really uniquely tailored to them. Consistency would be a little bit opposite of that, because consistency would say, well, it's only fair if everybody gets the same. And so a couple of the things that consistency brings is people that are really rooted into fairness. You can see that they develop policies and procedures. If you want someone to really struggle and really work hard at a policy that's going to be fair for everyone, give it to someone with really high consistency. Don't give it to me because I don't have high consistency. I'm not huge on making everything fair. But you also probably not the right role for you, just because intuitively you may not have quite the right mindset of making everything fair, really caring so much that everything is fair, but maybe even more, and not in a way, again, that's not like you want to make things unfair, but more think about it more of what your natural inclination is to make things more individualized. Everything is uniquely tailored to the individual, versus consistency says everybody kind of needs to be fair. All right. Hope that helps for something that's not going to be one of your strengths. I've said it before. It's un-American to think, but we're not good at everything. And consistency is probably something that you're not all that great at. It doesn't come intuitive to you. So it doesn't mean you can't do those types of jobs. You can't, write regulations that might be fair. It just means that you may struggle a little bit with it. It may mean you might need a little bit of help with that. And again, look for someone who has high consistency, because they're just going to intuitively pick up on things like, oh, that doesn't really seem fair. Or, kind of felt like, maybe you're a little too close to these people and these other people are feeling left out. Again, high relator. I don't really naturally vibe with that. It doesn't really resonate with me. But I can also recognize that someone with high consistency could see someone with high relator as being very cliquish and maybe not being all that inclusive, and wanting to get the same amount of work or the same amount of time from everyone. So just something to think about. Again, we're getting into these areas where I know they're non-patterns for you. And so, again, not something that I would ever suggest you really try really, really hard to get better at it, because the truth is, one of the things that I think strengths really comes out is that you're never going to be as good at this as someone who's just naturally inclined to it. So don't try to be. Just be who you are. Be that individual who likes to, change everything and modify everything for the individual, and let someone else kind of be the rule maker, or let someone else sort of figure out what's fair and what's consistent. All right. Hope that helps, and have a great weekend. Love you. Bye-bye.